The following is a presentation of Muddy River Sports.
Welcome to another episode of Schuck on a Truck. It might be hot and steamy this week, but it's game week, and everybody's amped for Friday night, especially this guy sitting next to me on the tailgate. Quincy Notre Dame senior center and captain, Ben Schwartz. Thanks for joining me.
It's great to be here.
It's game week. You're a senior, you're a captain. What does game week mean to you?
I mean, it just brings all the excitement with kicking off sports, and you know, anytime you can just play football or play sports in general, everybody's excited. I'm super excited. All these seniors along with me are excited. Anytime you get to play your senior year is a gift. So
does week one have a different feel than any other week?
I mean, it always does. Anytime you get to start a brand new football season, especially with the opponent we have, you know, you get to come right out of the gate and show your stuff and really prove who you are. Going
across town to play Quincy High School, Flynn Stadium on Friday night. It is a community event. We saw it here last year, how many people were here. Does it change the feel for you guys, knowing how big the crowd's going to be?
I think the crowd's not really a big deal to us. You know, it's just who we're playing, and no matter who you're playing, it's just great to be playing football. And like you said, I mean, anybody within a country mile of this place is going to be watching that game on Friday night, and it's good to have all the fans there and have all the support for both teams, so that's really great.
A lot of hype for Quincy High going into the season, not as much for you guys. Does that allow you guys to play maybe a little freer or a little more with a chip on your shoulder? Or?
Definitely, I think so. I mean, we're used to that. We've never really been picked to beat Quincy High, and that's just how it is. You know, everybody likes the underdog, and we love being the underdog. I think it definitely takes a little bit of the pressure off of us and puts a lot more on them. You know, we've got nothing to lose, so why not just play as hard as possible and come out with a win if we can.
You got a tough 3 weeks to open the season, going to Richmond Burton week 2, home for the home opener against Muhammad Seymour in week 3. But those games will have you ready for the back end of the schedule and hopefully the playoffs, right?
Absolutely. I mean, these are the 3 very high caliber teams, and we've played them before in the past, and you know, they've always given us good games, good opponents, and like you said, it's going to do nothing more than just prepare us for the season, the rest of the season to come. So it's always good.
3-year starter here at Quincy Notre Dame. What does that mean to you to have had an integral part of this program?
It means a lot, really, and whether it's being a starter or just being a role model for the younger guys or setting an example. You know, I'm not really the biggest guy, and you don't always have to be the biggest guy to play. You know, you got to use your brain a little bit and use the technique and everything, and you know, technique taught by Coach Cornell and Coach Fisher, that we got 2 great, outstanding coaches teaching me what to do throughout all these 3 years, and it's just been an honor to have been playing this long.
I've had the privilege of covering Coach Cornell when he played. Jack Cornell played here at Quincy Notre Dame, went on to play at the University of Illinois, played in the NFL. Had the opportunity to cover him all those years, gotten a chance to know him as a coach. What's the most fun thing about playing for him?
Just his passion for the game, for this team, and just for his players. You're not going to meet another coach in the state of Illinois who has such a love for football, a knowledge for football, and good relationships with every single one of his players. I mean, he knows everybody. He knows the game. He's a very knowledgeable guy and fun to play for.
And he was an offensive lineman.
He was.
So that has to help for you guys up front. He knows what you're going through.
Exactly, yeah. It's good to have a guy up in the ranks who knows what we go through every game.
He's also fun. He's funny. He enjoys life. He enjoys coaching. Is there anything that happens at practice that you just sit there and, even though you're supposed to be serious, that you end up going kind of chuckling under your mouth guard?
There's always 1 or 2 things every day that, you know, you kind of question what's going on, or you know, what people are thinking. And the thing about Cornell is he's able to flip the switch like that, and he's able to have a good time but be extremely serious and very coaching when he needs to be, and he knows that line very well, and it's great to have somebody like that who can have a little fun but still be very serious and get us through the day.
What does being named captain, that means you've got the votes from your teammates, the respect of your cohorts. What does that mean to you to be a captain?
It's truly an honor, especially to be, like you said, elected by my teammates. It's just an honor to have that sense of pride that they picked me among all the other people, and the 3 other captains are stellar players as well. You know, Talon Scott and Wylet Mueller, they're going to be Division I players one day. I can promise you that. They're both amazing. And Gabe came out of nowhere last year playing
Right.
D-line, and he's a freaking animal at DN this year and tight end. And, I'm excited to watch all them play, and it's an honor to be captains along them as well.
I think it's going to be fun to watch you guys progress because there's some unknowns there. There's some guys who are ready to emerge. And I think if anybody sells you short now, they're going to regret that later.
I agree. There's always room for new guys to slip through the cracks and find their spot. That's what I did my sophomore year. It was probably a little bit of a question once Sam He was gone, and I kind of stepped up. And there's a lot of opportunities like that this year for a lot of young guys to get a lot of reps, a lot of playing time, and just be young players and effective players in this game.
Aside from playing the game on Friday night, what's the best part of game day?
Just the energy through town, through the school. When you walk around school and just feel the vibe and the energy kind of buzzing around school, everybody's excited, everybody loves football, and everybody wants to see us go across town and play Quincy High. I mean, it's just the vibe around school is amazing.
Well, it's time. It's time for football, even though it doesn't feel like it this week with temperatures pushing 100 degrees.
Yeah, I agree.
But you guys have adapted to that. You've adjusted, and now it's time to get it on.
I mean, yeah, you got to roll with the punches. We're playing in the heat, but they're playing in the same heat as we are, and we're adapting and getting through these hot days. But there's nothing really you can do. It's football. It's a tough sport, tough conditions, and tough guys power through. And
that's right.
If you don't, then you fall behind. So you just got to be tough.
Well, I'm looking forward to Friday night and the rest of the season. I hope you are too.
Oh, I surely am.
Good. Well, I look forward to seeing you out there. Thanks for doing this.
No problem.
We'll do it again maybe.
Sometime soon.
All right. For Ben Schwartz, I'm Matt Schuckman. This has been another episode of Schuck on a Truck.
Muddy River Sports. Our home, our sports.